arrive sometime around 8:45, 9 o'clock, and we're hoping to get as much baseball in as we can tonight and at least get an official game to help flush out the schedule. This is, believe it or not, the last time these two teams meet in the first half of the season. Do the math, 19 out of the 60 games for the Barnstormers in the second half. In the 60-game second half will be against the Long Island Ducks. The Barnstormers are about to take their spots out on the field. The Long Island Ducks will be lining up, and we'll get to the national anthem here very shortly. But a slight delay in terms of the Barnstormers' arrival onto the field of play here this evening. Lancaster and Long Island, as now the Barnstormers head on out. The Ducks lead the season series 3-2. Long Island is 1.5 out. The Barnstormers 2 games out, both trailing Southern Maryland in the Northern Division of the Atlantic League. The Field of Dreams team has taken their places along with the Lancaster Barnstormers, and momentarily we'll send you down to the field for the performance of our national anthem here tonight.
And now, please rise if you are physically able and remove your hats to honor our nation and its flag. To perform our national anthem, please welcome Coral Lively.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Our national anthem this evening at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The focus now is on right-hander Cody Boydston, who hails from Enon, Virginia. He pitched at Longwood University in the Old Dominion for 4 seasons. More recently, he was with the Plattsburgh Thunderbirds in the Empire League. He was 0-1 in 3 appearances there, covering 8 1/3 innings. He walked just 1, struck out 11. His sailing was rather smooth on Saturday against the West Virginia Power until his leg cramped up on him in the 4th inning. They tried to rush water out to him. It didn't take hold in time, and he had to be lifted from the ball game after 3 2/3 innings. His control had started to leave him in the 4th inning, but that may well have been because of that leg beginning to develop the cramp. He'll be backed up defensively with Nick Schumpert over at third, the shortstop Clea Luis Rondon. Melvin Mercedes is at second base, Blake Galen at first. The outfield has Ladarius Clark in left, Alejandro De Aza in center, and Caleb Gindel is the right fielder for the Barnstormers here this evening. Boydston will be working with Anthony Peroni as the battery mate this evening. Peroni and Anderson De La Rosa now in a sort of a regular pattern of alternating games over the last few days anyhow. The Ducks will be sending Johnny Turbo, Steve Lambertozzi, and L.J. Mazzilli to the plate. Our 9-inning games here at Clipper Magazine Stadium this year averaging 3 hours and 50 minutes with an average score of 14-8. The winning team averaging 14 runs a game, the losing team averaging 8 runs a game. It has been an all-out offensive frenzy every time the Barnstormers and their opponents set foot on the field. Remember, the lowest scoring game we've had on our home turf this season has been 8-3. Tonight is reestablished at 7 innings, and The Barnstormers have played 3 7-inning games so far this year, and they've all been low-scoring and quick. It's in stark contrast to the 9-inning games. We've seen 2 3-1 games and 1 3-0 game in the 7-inning contests, and that's because you can run your back end of the bullpen out there more quickly. It's those middle innings can be tough to cover. Here is Johnny Turbo leading off, the right fielder for the Long Island Ducks, batting .286 with 3 home runs and 8 runs batted in. In this series to this point, Turbo has done well. He is 5 out of 11 in the first 2 games of this set. Cody Boydston fingers the rosin bag, gets the good feel, and about to deliver his first pitch of the evening. 6'2" and 235-pounder is Cody Boydston. Here's the motion. His first pitch of the game is a strike to the inside corner. Bill Reuter jumping in tonight. He is signaling the balls and strikes. Derek Moshe at first, and Nate Caldwell is in charge over at third base. No balls, 1 strike. Boydston is ready. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner as well. Boydston has Turbo at 0-2. Cody getting his feet wet here in the Atlantic League. He survived a bit of a rough beginning against West Virginia on Saturday, single, a double, and a sac fly, and then he retired the next 6 batters. Here's the 0-2, swing and a foul tip. Peroni couldn't latch on, a little too hot to handle. The count remains, no balls and 2 strikes. The lights are on under the overcast, but the rain is still at least an hour out, and conceivably more than that. Looking like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours away. No balls, 2 strikes, the count to Turbo. Boydston ready to go, steps, fires, brings that home, and the pitch is low. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. We've talked at length, and I'm not saying that one was at the knees, but pitches around the knees are being called balls at a far greater rate than in the past. Rolled toward shortstop, and it skips up on Rendon. He can't fish it out. We'll get a ruling on the play. Johnny Turbo, the base runner, to start things off tonight. Busted bat, roller past the pitcher's mound. Boydston couldn't flag it. Rendon charged, and the ball rolled up his glove and up his arm. Looked like it took a little bit of a tricky hop as he was charging in. We still don't have a ruling on the play, and we see it as an error that will go to Rendon. Lombardozzi, the second baseman, steps in. Steve Lombardozzi is batting .327 with 4 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Turbo has 10 steals. He's been kept in check so far in this series, but why risk the out? Here's the pitch, and a strike taken at the knees. It's 0-1. Lombardozzi with 4 hits last night and 6 out of 9 so far in this series. Turbo aboard on the error. The pitch, line drive, and it clears Rendon. Base hit the left center field. Up the second goes Turbo. First and second with nobody out, and L.J. Mazzilli will step in. We didn't hear too much out of Mazzilli last night, but he had an enormous night here on Tuesday. 4 for 5 with 5 runs scored. Right-handed batter will be stepping in against Boydston. The play not being made on that first ground ball, and it was not an easy chance. Rendon forced to charge in. The ball skipped off the heel of his glove, rolled up his arm. Now with men at first and second and nobody out, Mazzilli at the plate. Boydston checking the runners, the motion and the pitch. Ground ball on the left side. It will get through to Rendon. He's going to go the long way across the diamond and pulls Galen off the bag. And it should be an infield single for Mazzilli. That was a tough play for Rendon. The play he actually had there was at third, but Schumpert had gone for the ball initially and did not have time to get back. And that's a field play for a third baseman. Now, Boydston has a healthy jam with the bases loaded, nobody out here in the top half of the first inning. Lou Ford coming to the plate, but Boydston has made good pitches so far. He's gotten 2 ground balls towards shortstop. He has not gotten an out on either one of them. The liner off the bat of Lombardozzi just cleared the leaping Rondon. Now Boydston is in a mess. Bases loaded, nobody out. The veteran Ford at the plate. He takes a breaking ball for a strike called. It's 0-1. Lou Ford, 7 out of 29 on the year with 6 runs batted in, but he's had the opportunity to start every game in this series as the designated hitter, coming out as soon as the starting pitcher leaves. Infield looking to turn 2. Boydston to the set, the pitch to Ford, bouncing ball again on the left side. It comes up, out at second base from Schumpert. Throw back to first is not in time to double up Ford. A run scores as Ford will pick up his 7th run batted in of the season. Nick Schumpert had to charge the play, cut it off. He actually fired back to get the force out on Mazzilli at second base, 5-4. Lombardozzi ahead to third, Ford the runner at first, and shortstop Ryan Jackson steps in. A .308 hitter with 4 home runs and 23 runs knocked in on the season. And Boydston tagged with an unearned run here in the opening inning. He's pitched well. He's gotten 3 ground balls. This is not necessarily on him, and I'm not going to say it's really on the infielders either. Just a couple of tough breaks in a sense, with balls just not hit hard enough. Breaking ball for a strike on Jackson. It's 0-1. If either Turbo or Ford, or for that matter, Mazzilli gets a little more on the ball, we could have at least 1 more out this inning, if not 2. Bouncing ball again toward the hole on the left side, cut off by Schumpert, out at second. Mercedes with the relay back to first, and that is a double play. Well done by Cody Boydston in the first inning, staring down a very tough Long Island Ducks lineup with the bases loaded, nobody out. He gives up just 1 run, 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 1 runner was left on base. We're through a half an inning tonight here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, the reigning best ballpark in America, according to Ballpark Digest. A chance to defend that title. Voting has 6 hours left. The Long Island Ducks leading the Lancaster Barnstormers at the end of 1 half inning, 1-0.
Hey, $2 bill here, aka the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barns? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark. Joe Iorio is on the mound tonight for the Long Island Ducks. Iorio lives in Nokomis, Florida. He's 29 years of age, 6 feet tall, and he goes 190 pounds. The Barnstormers have seen him previously in other years, but not this season. I take that back. He did pitch on the 18th of June. I thought so. 7 hits, 3 runs in 7 innings with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. And he has logged 4 consecutive quality starts for this Long Island Ducks team. It's so difficult to do here in 2021 to get a quality start at all, let alone 4 in a row. Here's his first pitch to Caleb Gindel, and that locates the outside corner for a called strike. It is 0-1. Gindel is hitting .322 with a dozen homers, 29 runs batted in. He is currently on a 9-game hitting streak. The right-hander Iorio steps back, now forward, and to Caleb. Ground ball to first. That comes up for Davidson Romero. He will feed Iorio covering. One quick out for the right-hander. Here in the lower half of the first inning, Melvin Mercedes, the second baseman, will come to the plate. Iorio's thrown 29 innings. He's given up 24 hits, 8 earned runs. He's walked 12, struck out only 12. And he's one of the very few pitchers in the Atlantic League this year who's been able to get ground balls. It's a tough combination because they're not getting the strikes down around the knees. They have to elevate, a lot of balls being hit in the air. Here is the offering to Mercedes, and that is hit in the air, but not far. Left fielder L.J. Mazzilli trotting in. He will make the catch. Iorio has 2 outs on 3 pitches. Blake Galen, the first baseman, will step to the plate, batting .257. He has 5 home runs, and he has driven in 26 on the campaign. The Ducks leading 1-0, bottom half of the first inning. Defensively for Long Island, Jesse Berardi is at third. The shortstop is Ryan Jackson. At second base, Steve Lombardozzi. Davidson Romero at first. L.J. Mazzilli in left. Daniel Fields is in center. Johnny Turbo in right. And Hector Sanchez is doing the catching. The pitch to Galen is away for a ball. 1-0 on the Barnstormers' first baseman, who's had a pretty decent series this week against the Ducks. He walked 4 times on Tuesday, and then last night 2 for 6 with a home run. He drove in 3. Ball 2, taken inside by Galen, 2-0, and the fact that Blake has gotten the count to 2-0 helps to extend this inning a bit for Cody Boydston. For once, it seems like we're in hurry-up mode. This first inning, 1-0 Ducks, 2 outs, nobody on. Galen gets ball 3. Alejandro Deaza, the center fielder, is on deck. Trayvon Robinson and Blake Alleman get the night off from the starting lineup anyhow. 3-0. And to Galen, hard hit ground ball down the first base line. Romero is there, and he'll wave off Iorio. A 1-2-3 inning, nothing across for the Barnstormers in the bottom half of the first inning. At the end of 1, it is 1-0 in favor of the Ducks.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings, a delicious sub made the way you love, fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries, plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
We head into the top of the second inning, and it will be Davidson Romero, Hector Sanchez, and Daniel Fields to step in for the Long Island Ducks. Again, tonight's game has been shortened to 7 innings due to the forecast of inclement weather. And by inclement weather, it looks like we are going to get a lot of rain later on this evening. It's not scheduled to get here until 8 or later. Well, the hope is we can get at least 4.5 innings in. Beyond 7 is incredibly optimistic. Here's Davidson Romero, 1 out of 7 with 3 runs batted in. And now in the Atlantic League rulebook, if both ball clubs agree to it, it is allowed to preset a game for 7 innings under conditions such as this with bad weather on the way. Cody Boydston finds the range, gets it across, 0-1, the count on Romero. An unearned run against Cody in the opening inning. Leadoff batter Johnny Turbo reaching on an error on a ball which Cleo Luis Rondon had to charge. 0-1, tapped foul. Boydston, who has been impressive to say the least in his 2 starts so far, gets ahead of Romero at 0-2. The switch hitting catcher Hector Sanchez is on deck. He's had a lot of work to do the past couple of nights. He's caught just about every inning. Last night, Juan De La Cruz came in late. 0-2. The motion and the pitch, breaking ball. That is hit very well out to left field. Settling back on it, though, is Ladarius Clark. He's there to make the catch. Romero, a long, loud out. 1 away, and the catcher Sanchez will come to the plate. 228 for Sanchez with 6 home runs, and he has knocked in 20 for the season. 3 doubles and a triple for the switch hitter. Now lives in Plano, Texas, outside of Dallas. Sanchez has had a major league background. Here's the motion. And Boydston is up and away for a ball, 1-0. Sanchez, a native of Venezuela. He's 31 years of age. Was in the major leagues with primarily San Francisco, the White Sox, and the Padres a bit his last couple of years. At 5 years in a Giants uniform. Fouled as Boydston was able to run the pitch in on him. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. I heard the nickname Big Country used for Cody Boydston, but that would be the same as Matt LeCroy, who owned that name here and everywhere else he played, from rural South Carolina. Foul ball back, and now the Washington Nationals AAA manager up in my hometown of Rochester, New York. His ball club's starting to catch up. They're 20-29 now. What, some 14 and a half games, I think, behind Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the AAA East North or whatever on earth they came up with. High and outside, that pitch sailed a bit on Boydston. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever happened to the International League and the Pacific Coast League and the Texas League and the Southern League? They've all been sterilized. It's like history has been entirely wiped out with these new generic names for the minor leagues. 2-2. Fouled away. I wasn't against the reorganization, a little bit against the contraction because I'm such a big fan of small town America. And I hated to see places like Elizabethton, Tennessee lose out. And yes, I have been to a baseball game there. I understood that idea. I don't understand the need for erasing history with the new league names. Breaking ball inside and low. The count fills out on Sanchez with Daniel Fields waiting on deck. I'm informed it's the AAA East Northeast as opposed to the AAA East Central and the AAA East South. Here's the 3-2. Hard hit ground ball, gloved by Galen. He's going to take it himself with the catcher running. Another ground ball picked up by Boydston. You like what you see. 2 are out. And Daniel Fields will come to the plate. Fields has had, shall we say, a difficult series. He is 0 for 8. He has drawn a pair of walks, but he struck out 6 times. A guy who is kind of struggling to get his wheels going here in 2021, but a very dangerous hitter once he does. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the second, 1-0 in favor of Long Island. Boydston misses away. It's ball 1 and no strikes. De Aza, Dugan, and Clark scheduled in the bottom half of the second inning. Swing and a miss by Fields. His swing is off. His timing is off. And I'm sure he knows it and feels it. Sometimes it helps just to take a day away. Strike two gets the inside corner to the lefty batter. Anthony Peroni did his best to frame the pitch, which, of course, with the electronics doesn't mean a thing. A drizzle has started here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Ducks leading 1-0, top of the second. These two clubs battling each other and the weather. To Fields, here's the 1-2. It is lifted to left. Dancing back after tracking it is Clark. Ladarius with the play, and Boydston with the 1-2-3 inning. In the top of the second, nothing across for the Long Island Ducks. We played an inning and a half tonight here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Long Island continues to lead 1-0.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gochenauer Appliances in East Petersburg, and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gochenauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gochenauers.com. Thanks for your support.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
It'll be the middle of the order for the Barnstormers as Lancaster steps in the bottom of the second inning. The Barnstormers the last two nights with 34 runs on 33 hits. Tonight, they went down 1-2-3 against the best pitcher right now in the Atlantic League, and Joe Iorio. Daryl Thompson's up there, and so was former Barnstormer Luke Westfall, who was pitching for High Point, but Luke's contract was purchased by the San Diego Padres. He's going right to AAA. And congratulations to Luke Westfall. Best wishes and speak well of us. DeAsa bats at 0-1. Iorio will miss a little bit low. It's a ball and a strike. DeAza has been an absolute thorn to the Ducks. He is 10 for 19 in the 5 games between these two ball clubs. Last night, just 1 for 4 with a run batted in and a walk. Iorio comes back with the 1-1 pitch. That catches the inside corner for a second strike. It is 1-2 with the designated hitter Kelly Dugan waiting on deck. Little bit of a sprinkle here, nothing terrible. Some folks willing to wait it out without covering, and others have popped the umbrellas open. Line drive by DeAsa, foul past Troy Steffian down into the Lancaster bullpen. Alejandro continuing to bat at 1-2. 351 overall for the Barnstormers center fielder, which is right about where he hit 2 seasons ago with New Britain, and when he went to AAA in Rochester as well. He has a home run. He's driven in 13. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Iorio to the plate, and it's grounded toward the middle. Backhanded pickup made by Lombardozzi. He will cut down De Aza. The out is recorded 4-3. Joe Iorio has retired 4 Barnstormers in a row. Something I don't believe has happened at any point previously in this series. I can't come up with it. It may have happened, but I don't recall it, and I don't see it right offhand on my messy scorecards. Kelly Dugan, hot ground ball, but foul up the first baseline. It is 0-1. Debinson Romero has basically been hugging the first baseline against the left-handed batters tonight. You have a very difficult time getting one down the first baseline fair. Lombardozzi shifted over toward the hole, and Jackson is near the middle. Dugan batting, no balls and a strike. The pitch, he elevates that to right center field, but again, not full contact, and over goes Turbo to make the catch. 5 up and 5 down. Iorio pitching to contact, something we just have not seen very often this year, and he is getting the Barnstormers to mishit the ball, get themselves out, not drive it very well. He's retired 5 consecutive Barnstormers. Ladarius Clark steps in. 224 for Ladarius with 6 homers and 19 runs batted in. Not many hits lately for the Barnstormers outfielder. The last 2, though, have been a 3-run double and a 2-run homer. There's a single up the middle. Clark taking care of the first pitch from Joe Iorio. It sounded like the bat may have cracked on that, but he hit it pretty well. Anthony Peroni, the catcher, will step to the plate. He's hitting .259 with a home run and 10 driven in on the season. He actually, here on Tuesday night, had an unusual accomplishment, a 3-run single in the second inning. Runners were going, and they hit a ball dropped in the gap. There goes Clark. The pitch is outside and low. The throw by Sanchez is inside and high. Clark slides in with the stolen base, and the Barnstormers move the runner into scoring position. Ladarius Clark successfully advancing to second on the steal. The Barnstormers are a very, very high percentage base stealing team. Now 43 out of 49 for the season, which is about 88%. Clark with his 7th. To Peroni. Breaking ball is across. The count is even at 1-1. Base hit can tie the game. Peroni has been known to come up with clutch hits. Cleo Luis Rendon waits on deck. Now Peroni is well protected here. 1-1 pitch off the wrists. Popped up into foul territory. Romero giving chase over toward the barrier and runs out of room. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Peroni. 1-0 Long Island, lower half of the second inning. Dave Collins with you and coming your way solo here tonight. Pete Andrelzik was supposed to sit in with me this evening on the Blue Ridge telecast, which had to be scrapped. 1-2, Peroni gets a piece and fouls it back off the Iorio fastball. The count continuing at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We are looking at getting this game in now. The rain keeps pulling back, slowing down. We're good to go, it appears, with the exception of this drizzle maybe, until should be 8:30, 9 o'clock. Peroni pops another one up, this one playable. Coming over toward the line is the right fielder Turbo. He'll put that away. The Barnstormers are denied here in the second inning. No runs on 1 hit with no errors and a man left. We've gotten through 2 at Clipper Magazine Stadium tonight. Long Island continues to lead by the score of 1-0.
Class-leading rear legroom. Available Mark Levinson Pure Play sound system. And now, for the first time, all-wheel drive. If there's anything missing from the Lexus ES, it's you. The Lexus ES, now available with all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
2021 ES versus 2020-2021 competitors. Information from manufacturer's website as of 7/16/2020. Mark Levinson is a registered trademark of Hardman International Industries, Inc.
Bummer, the Barnstormers are on the road and you're looking for something to do. Clipper Magazine Stadium still has the answer for family fun. The summer movie series returns, presented by Lidl Supermarkets on selected nights throughout the summer season. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for family-friendly movies. For just $6.50 per person, you get to sit on the outfield grass and enjoy a film on the big screen in left center field. Showtime is 7 p.m. For more information and movie listings, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the events page.
We have a pitcher's duel, which has been the case with every 7-inning game involving the Barnstormers this season. We played a doubleheader at Southern Maryland on a Saturday evening back on June the 12th. The Blue Crabs won the opener 3-0. The Barnstormers rallied in the nightcap to win 3-1. And then the following Saturday at Long Island, we played 7 innings, and the Ducks won 3-1. That was a single game, just like tonight. There was a threat of really bad weather, and they wanted to get fireworks in that night, so they limited the game to 7. The Barnstormers managed just 6 singles and the 1 run, gave up only 5 singles but 3 runs. And here, Long Island is up 1-0 as we go to the top of the third. Jesse Berardi will be leading off. A younger player, probably, as you look up and down this batting order for the Long Island Ducks, you'd have to say he is the least experienced. But he has taken it to the Barnstormers, especially here this week. 3 for 4 with a pair of home runs last night. He succeeded coming off the bench on Tuesday. The shift is on against him, though. Breaking ball from Boydston turns inside. Ball 1, no strikes. The shift is allowed in the Atlantic League this year, but all the infielders have to have their feet on the dirt or the infield grass. You can't back up into the outfield. Rendon is to the right side of second base to Berardi. Strike to the outside corner. Boydston is even with him at 1 apiece. Rendon, Schumpert, and Gindel for the Barnstormers against Iorio in the bottom of inning 3. Fouled at the dish. And Boydston works ahead of Berardi at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Boydston looked awfully good until that cramping set in on Saturday night. And that not only a result of the heat and humidity he was facing during that game, but he had also been in his truck for 8 hours coming down here from Plattsburgh. And as you know, that can take a toll on your system as well. 1-2 to Berardi. It's sliced foul and toward the carousel down the left field line. The count on the Long Island native remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. He's from Comac, New York, is Jesse Berardi. Leadoff batter in the top half of the 3rd inning. Right-hander Boydston ready to go to Berardi. It is just low and ball 2. And you heard some groans from the crowd. That is the pitch that everybody is discussing around the Atlantic League. It looks good. It looks like a human umpire would call it a strike. It's not registering that call. It's just below where they have set the strike zone, flared out to right and in for a base hit. Berardi just continues to batter the Barnstormers here over the course of this 3-game series. The leadoff man is on, and Johnny Turbo will step in. Turbo reached on an error and scored back in the first inning. Despite the fact the shift was on, Berardi found an open patch of grass out in right. Gindel thought about racing in initially, but would have risked the ball skipping by him and putting the runner into scoring position. So he decided to play it safely. Here is Turbo. The pitch spanked past the third baseman Shumpert, who was playing up for a bunt, out to left field for a base hit. Clark recovers quickly, and stopping at second is Berardi, but now it's runners at first and second with nobody out for Long Island in the top of the third inning, and Steve Lombardozzi will step in. Lombardozzi went the other way with a line single over the head of the shortstop Cleo Luis Rendon back in the first inning, helping to set up the run there. The Ducks have put a lot of pressure on Boydston. He responded pretty nicely back in the first inning. Now he faces another first and second nobody out opportunity. The ground ball off the bat of Turbo might have been played by Shumpert if he weren't up guarding against the bunt, but he had no chance from the edge of the infield lawn. Lombardozzi, switch hitter, batting left, stands in. Boydston twirls a pitch to the outside corner, gets it there. It is 0-1. Cody has a good assortment. Goes by his middle name. He's Christopher Dakota Boydston. And the last name, in case you're not aware, is Boydstun. 0-1. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was a fastball. It was in the upper strata of the zone. 0-2. And maybe even above it. 0-2. Boydston just looking for an out against Lombardozzi, who is 5 for his last 6, with the exception being a line out to Mercedes last night. Very high, speared by Peroni. Ball 1, 2 strikes. A cloudy night at Clipper Magazine Stadium, threatening to rain, but those rain threats keep getting pushed back and back and back. This reminds us of the series at High Point, where it looked like we were going to get rained out the last 2 nights, and we had one short sprinkle during a game. 1-2 popped up by Lombardozzi. It's out to shallow left field, I think too far back for infield fly to be called. Clark races in, calls off Rendon to make the catch, and there's 1 out. L.J. Mazzilli, the left fielder, is due. Big out for Boydston. Now a double play, and he can get out of the jam in this top half of the third inning. It's 1-0 Ducks. Long Island with 4 hits, all singles off of Boydston. The run to this point is unearned. Lancaster, though, has managed only 1 single. That by Ladarius Clark off of Iorio. You've got 2 9-game hitting streaks, Gindel with 1 and Rendon the other, that could be jeopardized in this shortened game. First and second with 1 out. The pitch by Boydston is at the knees for a called strike. It is 0-1. The knees are still there. It's just you have to get it an inch higher and about 7.5 inches back to get that call. Those front of the plate, mid to bottom of the kneecap calls are not there. Ball is low, 1-1. And it's created an offensive explosion here in the Atlantic League. The average game last night was 12-8 in about 3 hours and 37 minutes. But it's difficult to separate the factors because you've got a lot more inexperienced pitchers than would be the norm in an ordinary Atlantic League season. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mazzilli. Boydston comes to the set, glances around, and to the plate, ground ball, shortstop, hopping to Rendon out at second. Mercedes back to first and another double play. Beautifully done. Rendon to Mercedes to Galen. Second double play in behind Cody Boydston. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1 ban is left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the third inning. The score is Long Island 1 and the Barnstormers nothing.
Hey, $2 bill here, aka the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
When everyone has a different craving, Wickerman's Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals all in one delivery.
Joe Iorio, Long Island native who went to college down Florida and stayed there on the hill, working into his third inning and carrying a 1-0 lead. Iorio has never pitched in a major league organization. He started his professional career in the Frontier League in 2015 and joined the Ducks for the 2019 season. He was successful in 19, 6-3 with a .309 earned run average, walked only 32 batters in 128 1/3 innings. And ultimately, the secret to the Atlantic League here in 2021 has been to find the Joe Iorios. Here is the delivery to Clea Luis Rendon. It is a ball outside, 1-0. Rendon on a 9-game hitting streak. His average has been lifted to 268. Consider where it was. He was sub 200. 1 home run, 17 knocked in. Nick Schumpert on deck, and then Caleb Gindel. The 1-0 pitch, and Rendon will look at a second ball outside. It is 2-0. And even Iorio, who walked only 1 batter every 4 innings in 19, has averaged about 3.7 walks now per 9 innings here in 2021. 2-0, Rendon watches it after a check swing, and it's a strike to the outer third. 2-1 to the Lancaster shortstop, wearing jersey number 8 here at home in the whites. Wears number 7 in all the other jerseys. Here comes the 2-1. Breaking ball hit to center field fairly well, but gliding over his fields. He's got to play to make the catch. Again, Iorio is not fooling anybody. He's not overpowering anybody, but he gets outs. And that is really the ticket. Nick Schumpert, the third baseman, checks in. Schumpert has slid all the way to 184. Trying to break the shackles here. He has just 1 hit in his last 19 at-bats after starting 6 for 19. Iorio into his motion, and a Schumpert. Foul ball straight back over my head. No balls and a strike. Iorio leading 1-0 against the Barnstormers tonight. He's retired 7 of 8. No walks, no strikeouts. Only Ladarius Clark has been able to reach base, and on a 2-out single in the second inning. 0-1 to Schumpert. High and tight. Ball 1, strike 1. And both pitchers are going at a clip where they might be able to go all 7 innings tonight. 1-1. Schumpert cuts on that and misses. Looked like a breaking ball getting back toward the inside corner. Gindel waiting on deck for the Barnstormers, who continue to trail by 1. Lancaster faced Iorio on the Friday night game. They got 6 hits and 3 runs off of him in 7 innings. and then rallied against the Long Island bullpen. Iorio, when he left, was in position to win. Gindel and Dugan homered off of the right-hander in that game. 2-2 on Shumpert. Iorio comes back, and it's poked foul back into the screen. We will continue with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. The flag is limp on the pole in center. We had a heavy shower somewhere around 2:30 this afternoon. The field was covered for the bulk of the afternoon. 2-2 pitch. That is rolled up the first baseline and amazingly staying fair. Sanchez picks it up, fires to first. Shumpert is retired 2-3. It is really hard to keep a ball fair up these baselines like that. The grass is tailored very close to the chalk. But that one stayed in that very narrow strip in between the 2 field features. Sanchez realized it was going to stay fair. He also knew that he had the play. 2 men are out. Here is Gindel. Caleb grounded out back in the first inning. Iorio remains in command. The pitch to Gindel. Caleb takes a strike to the outside corner. It is 0-1. The Barnstormers just not squaring anything up here. Gindel pops it up foul, backing out of play. They're getting decent swings in. Nothing looks off balance. Getting the wood on the ball, but it just does not fly off the bat on these pitches by Iorio. 0-2. Gindel pulls that foul on the ground. Still 2 strikes. There haven't been many swings and misses at all. Not that many called strikes. The Barnstormers are willing to go up there and swing away. But nothing's been hit terribly hard. To Gindel, the 0-2. Popped up foul again. 7-inning contest due to the approach of bad weather. But it is, any heavy stuff is still a ways away. Caleb Gindel with 2 outs, nobody on, awaits the 0-2 pitch. Iorio with the fastball up and away. Ball 1 and 2 strikes. I think that pitch was intended to be certainly up. I don't know about outside, but definitely up, changing the eye level. He comes back with the 1-2. Gindel swings and misses. Iorio with his first strikeout of the game and his second 1-2-3 inning. Nothing going on for the Lancaster Barnstormers here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We're at the end of 3, and the Ducks continue to lead by a score of 1-0.
The Lexus NX is crafted to take on the modern adventure called life.
Alexa, what's the quickest route home?
With Amazon Alexa compatibility and the advanced Lexus safety system, the Lexus NX is modern utility for the modern world. Because modern obstacles require modern solutions. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Amazon Alexa and all related logos are trademarks of Amazon.com Inc. or its affiliates. Not all Amazon Alexa functionality is available for in-vehicle use.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark. One run on 4 hits, no errors, and Long Island has left 2, no runs, a hit, and error. And for the Lancaster Barnstormers, 1 runner left on base. We head into the top of the 4th inning in this pitcher's duel between Cody Boydston and Joe Iorio. One has to wonder, did these two offenses just wear themselves out over the past couple of nights. We had 8 hours, 15 minutes of baseball and a total of 61 runs over the last two ball games. 63 base hits. We just played and played and played until finally somebody got that 27th out. Lou Ford leading off here in the fourth inning for Long Island. He drove in the lone run of this game with a force play grounder back in the opening inning. The Barnstormers can make no headway whatsoever against Iorio. Boydston has been in deep trouble a couple of times, but has only allowed an unearned run. He has stood tall against a very good lineup. Iorio has stood even taller against a very good lineup. The pitch to Ford is a strike at the top of the zone. It is 0-1. Boydston has neither walked nor struck out anyone. Very similar to Iorio until he struck out Gindel, closing out the bottom of three. Boydston comes back. It's off the end of the bat. Chop towards short. With it is Rondon. He'll fire on and make the play. Similar ground ball to the one hit by Johnny Turbo opening up the ball game. A couple of differences. This one stayed true on Rondon, and secondly, he didn't have to rush as much with Ford running as opposed to Turbo. One out, and the batter is Ryan Jackson, the shortstop. He's grounded into one of the two double plays turned by the Barnstormers defense here tonight. We're in the top of the fourth inning with one out, nobody on. Upstairs to Jackson, ball one and no strikes. Why is it these 7-inning games go by so much faster? I understand the idea of, the fifth and sixth inning maybe slowing down in a 9-inning game, but it's even that way the first few innings. It's been that way every time we played 7. Ball 1-0. High pop fly. Toward the first base dugout comes Blake Galen. He's got room and latches on. Jackson goes down. That's out number 2. And Debinson Romero will come to the plate. Romero has hit the ball the hardest of anyone tonight, but went unrewarded as his deep drive to left was hauled in by Ladarius Clark without a great deal of difficulty. 2 outs, nobody on, top half of the fourth inning. Boydston and Iorio tonight are the show. And they're doing it by pitching to contact. Popped up now by Romero. Calling for it is Peroni. Anthony with the play. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. The second for Cody Boydston. This one took only 5 pitches. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth. Still 1-0 in favor of Long Island.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
We hit the lower half of the fourth inning. Melvin Mercedes, Blake Galen, and Alejandro De Aza to step in. Small gathering at the stadium here tonight, and most of the folks that are here have headed up under the overhang. It is drizzling. We have folks in ponchos and some folks under umbrellas. Heavier rain expected later on. Here's Melvin Mercedes. He flied to left his first time up. Iorio deals, and it's taken for a strike. Joe Iorio right back on the hill. Cody Boydston retiring the side in order in the top of the fourth inning on 5 pitches. A ground out and 2 foul pop-ups. Now to Mercedes, 0-1. A huge rip, he misses. It snowballs in 2 strikes. Second time through the order, Iorio has started to get the ball by the Barnstormers hitters. He struck out Gindel, closing out the third. Now Mercedes, who has reached base every 9-inning game he has started. We've talked about how he has missed reaching base in one of his previous starts this year, and only one, but that was a 7-inning game. It was the first game of that doubleheader at Southern Maryland. Swing and a miss. And the tag is applied very quickly by Sanchez. 3-pitch strikeout. Iorio has fanned 2 in a row. Blake Galen will step in. Galen grounded out back in the first inning. Iorio is in quite a rhythm here. The Barnstormers trailing 1-0 in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Why are the 7-inning games so different from the 9-inning games? It's indeed a puzzle. To Galen, ball 1 inside and low. He had gotten the count to 3-0 his first time up, and eventually grounded out fairly crisply to the first baseman, Debinson Romero. 1-0 to Galen. The pitch, hard hit ground ball foul up that first base line past Troy Steffi. Troy wanted no part of that one. A little hot for him down there. And now, largely, the rain is out of the forecast. This is unbelievable. Galen awaiting the 1-1, fouls it back, and Iorio is working on his 3rd consecutive strikeout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Galen. De Aza is on deck. That 1 unearned run back in the first inning, holding up for Joe Iorio and the Long Island Ducks. It could change in the blink of an eye with the short porch in right field here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. 1-2, Galen fouls that away. The count continues at 1-2. The Barnstormers head to York for a 4-game series over the weekend, and then will return home on Tuesday, taking on the Lexington Legends on our turf. 1-2. Galen meets another and fouls it back. He stays alive. Lexington swept the series at Legends Ballpark last week. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a Galen swung on line. He's got a base hit into right field. The Barnstormers with their 2nd runner of the night. Galen, a wide turn at first, will pull up after Turbo retrieves the ball and fires it back in. Alejandro De Aza comes to the plate. He grounded out 4-3 back in the 2nd inning. Galen rips a single into right. Blake here at home has been pulling just about everything. De Aza stands in. Dugan in the on-deck circle. The Barnstormers with the 1-out base runner, but they need to be able to build on this. Quick pick-off throw by Iorio. Galen has stolen 2 this year. He is back in. Runner at first with 1 out. De DeAsa takes a healthy cut, fouls it back. It is 0-1. You could tell by the reactions of the Barnstormers hitters that they think they're getting a fat pitch. They're taking healthy swings, but the ball is not coming off the bat where they think it's going to. It's coming off the end. It's coming off the label. Not the sweet spot. At least not until Galen. To DeAsa, foul ball back. Again, he took a big rip, and it's 0-2. The Barnstormers' success against Iorio on Long Island was with the long ball. Again, Gindel hit one and Dugan hit one. One was to right center, one was to left center, and I can't remember which was which. I think Gindel's was the one that went the other way. DeAsa bats 0-2. Iorio to the plate, ground ball towards short and through past the diving Ryan Jackson. Jackson was pinched toward the middle. DeAsa went the other way. First and second, the only legitimate threat for the Barnstormers all night. Kelly Dugan comes to the plate. He flied to right field back in the second inning. DeAsa is a magician with the bat. If Jackson is at a normal shortstop set, that's a double play, but he was up the middle. DeAsa able to place the ball to his right and get it to roll on through. 2 on with 1 out. Dugan, the designated hitter, stands in. Coming off his 4-for-4 performance a night ago. Fastball is up. Ball 1 and no strikes. First time that the Barnstormers have had 2 men aboard at the same time in the game. Galen the lead runner. DeAsa trailing. Dugan is batting with Ladarius Clark waiting on deck. The 1-0 pitch. Kelly looks at that outside for ball 2. As the Barnstormers continue to mount a threat in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Two balls, no strikes to Kelly Dugan. Ross Peoples gets in position outside the coach's box to wave around Galen in the event of a base hit or hold him up one way or the other. Iorio leaves his position on the rubber and sends Galen back to second. 2-0 to Dugan. The pitch runs to the outside corner. Iorio has had that spot tonight against this lefty-laden lineup of the Lancaster Barnstormers. They do have 3 right-handed hitters in there this evening with Clark, Peroni, and Schumpert. Generally, there's only 1 in the catcher spot. But again, Robinson and Aleman both sit tonight. Here's a 2-1 to Dugan. Swung on and hammered to left center field. Nobody's getting that on the fly. That is going to go all the way to the wall. Galen will score. DeAsa right behind him. Dugan puts the Barnstormers into a 2-1 lead. Kelly Dugan with his 3rd double of the season and his 22nd and 23rd runs batted in. Slammed to the gap in left center between Mazzilli and Fields. No chance at all for either to get to it before it kicked off the fence. Ladarius Clark will step in. Clark with a base hit up the middle back in the 2nd inning. This Barnstormers team is very proficient offensively overall, but they've also been marvelous hitting in the clutch. 3-0-3 with runners in scoring position coming into tonight. Swing and a miss by Clark. He's down a strike. It is 0-1. Anthony Peroni waits on deck. Singles by Galen and DeAsa, followed by a long double to left center by Dugan. 0-1 to Clark. He drops a bunt down, but right ahead of the plate. Sanchez will cut him down at first as Dugan advances to third. The out goes 2-3. And it brings on Peroni with 2 outs. We'll double check the ruling, but my inclination is that that was an attempt at a base hit and not a sacrifice. Here's Peroni with 2 outs, the runner at third. Fastball is in too close. Ball 1 and no strikes. Well, he was awarded a sacrifice. Kentley Dugan up from third. The pitch to Peroni is high, ball 2. It's 2-0. It is a 2-1 game. Lancaster just taking the lead in this bottom half of the 4th inning. Anthony Peroni awaits the 2-0 delivery. It's grounded slowly to the shortstop. Jackson gloves it. He'll have time. That will cut off the inning, but the Barnstormers get the big hit from Dugan to take the lead. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and Dugan stranded at third base. We go to the top half of the 5th now with the Lancaster Barnstormers leading the Long Island Ducks. It is 2-1.
There are those who say,
leave well enough alone.
If it isn't broken, don't fix it.
You don't mess with success.
while others have something quite different to say. The Lexus RX, with enhanced dynamic handling and available 12.3-inch touchscreen. It's the best-selling luxury crossover of all time, reinvented. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
All the businesses in Lancaster and surrounding counties, and all of the business professionals that advise
The Lancaster Barnstormers have assumed the lead. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Cody Boydston has been very strong so far. He'll work at least this top half of the 5th, and I would imagine beyond if he still hasn't gotten into a whole bunch of trouble. He's given up 4 hits and an unearned run. He's neither walked nor struck out a batter through these first 4 innings. Kelly Dugan has put the Barnstormers on top as we go to the 5th inning. Lancaster and Long Island wrapping up this 3-game series. These two teams will probably get sick of each other down the stretch in this season. They do not play again in the month of July. Now here is the switch-hitting catcher, Hector Sanchez, leading off the 5th inning. Sanchez grounded out, Galen unassisted, back in the 2nd. 2-1 Barnstormers here in the 5th inning. Boydston will bring it home, and his breaking ball gets there to the inside corner, a called strike. It is 0-1. Swing and a miss. Boydston doesn't overpower anybody, but he's got an idea out there. Much like Iorio, the two guys that Boydston doesn't really hit 90. Iorio tickles it. Fastball is up 1-2. But they've got the assortment and they've got the ability to spot their pitches. Ball 1, 2 strikes the count. We were talking about the Barnstormers and Ducks who do not face off again at any point in July. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Sanchez winces, and that was an instance where The delay caught everyone off guard. Sanchez was ready to face a 2-2 pitch. I was ready, to be perfectly honest with you, to call a 2-2 pitch. And Bill Reuter signaled strike 3, 1 out. Daniel Fields steps in. Fields flied out to left back in the second inning. One out, nobody on. Upstairs, ball 1, the count on Fields. Looking for his first hit of the series. Joe Berardi on deck has had a number of hits in this series. He's been almost perfect. 1 ball and nothing to Fields. Boydston rears back, brings it home, swung on and missed. We get to 1-1. Ross has to be ecstatic with the work that Boydston has turned in so far. He'd love to see him go 6 here tonight and save the bullpen. Fields clubs this to left center field. Look out. DeAza going back. Clark is going back. And DeAza is able to reach up and make the catch in the fat part of the ballpark. In many fields in and around the Atlantic League, that's a home run, just not here. DeAza had room to track it down. Still on the grass, in fact, but about 390 feet from home plate, out in left center. 2 down. Here's Jesse Berardi, singled into right, back in the 3rd inning. What a nuisance this guy's been. Boydston's pitch, slapped and short hop, handled by Mercedes. Boydston records a 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th. 8 pitches this time. He's retired 8 in a row, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th with the Barnstormers continuing to lead by a score of 2-1.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gocknauers.com.
New to Clipper Magazine Stadium in 2021 is Otto's Hospitality. Otto's is totally committed to the fan experience, from quality to convenience to safety. And they are committed to Lancaster, using local food purveyors whenever possible. New menu items like homemade Brauhaus pretzels, Black Angus burgers, and Otto's meatballs are sure to make any Barnstormers game even more fun. Use self-ordering kiosks or your phone instead of waiting in the lines. That's Otto's Hospitality. All the elements are not totally in place yet, but Ross is going to shuffle his pitching staff a bit before we go to the York Series. Augie Silk is still ticketed to start tomorrow night. He's currently on the inactive list, as the Barnstormers are carrying one more pitcher than they have room to have. Augie will be reactivated for tomorrow, and you might see Boydston go on the inactive list. That's not in place yet. And he'll be ready to go for his next start. He's nothing against Cody. He was pitching brilliantly here tonight, but that's just the option that you have in the league as long as you do not go over the salary cap. You can carry an extra pitcher and rotate him on and off the active roster. A ball as high as Rendon shows bunt. 1-0 on Cleo. Fly to center, his first time up. Tommy Shirley is scheduled to be reactivated on Saturday. That will necessitate another move. Now Rendon gets ball 2. Two to 1 Lancaster, bottom half of the 5th inning. Joe Iorio brings home ball 3. Big advantage for the Barnstormers shortstop, who's 6 for 16 off of Long Island pitching and batting over 300 as a left-handed hitter. It's been a marvelous addition to Rendon's arsenal. 3-0 to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rendon looks all the way, takes a strike. It is now 3-1. On Sunday for the day game, it will be Francisco Mendoza coming out of the bullpen to make the start for Lancaster. And then back around to Dominic DeSabatino for Monday night. On the Monday holiday, that is ball 4 outside. First walk issued by Iorio, or for that matter, either starter in the game. Cleo Luis Rendon is on. Nick Schumpert will come to the plate. And there is a very good chance you're going to see a bunt here. Schumpert with a swinging bunt. He was out 2-3 back in the 3rd inning. Iorio gives the Barnstormers an opening in the bottom of the 5th as Lancaster looks to extend this very narrow 2-1 advantage. Rendon out to the lead. The pitch to Schumpert. He swings away and misses. Down a strike. It is 0-1. Gindel is on deck. After that would be Mercedes. Long Island has the infield set at double play depth. To the set, the pitch to Schumpert, fouled back to the screen. Iorio is ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. One game already rained out in the Atlantic League tonight. That was the game between West Virginia and Lexington. Gastonia is up 6-1 over Southern Maryland in the bottom of the 3rd. High Point leads York 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Throw to first again, diving back in is Cleo Luis Rendon, 3 for 4, stealing bases on the year. Nothing in 2. Schumpert fouling it back, staying alive. The ball dropped back down, surprising the folks in the first couple of rows, just off to the first side of home plate. No balls, 2 strikes, the continuing count. The legends have been rained out quite a bit. It was a talk while we were there in Lexington last week. Throw to first, diving back in is Rendon. Schumpert's played toward the right side by the outfield. The 0-2 pitch is punched out the left. Charging in Mazzilli. He goes headlong and is unable to come up with it. Schumpert drops a base hit into short left. Mazzilli trying to make a sprawling grab. Failed to do so. Rendon ahead to second. Caleb Gindel bats with 2 on and none out, as the Barnstormers look to pounce on this opportunity here in the 5th inning. 5 hits now for Lancaster off of Iorio. The Barnstormers leading 2-1, seeking more. Gindel is grounded out and he is struck out tonight. Iorio to the set. The pitch to Gindel, cut on and missed. It is 0-1. Mercedes on deck and then Galen. But Lancaster with 2 on, none out. You've got speed on the bases with Rendon and Schumpert. Ross Peoples with some options here. Gindel awaiting the 0-1 pitch. Here it is, popped up foul. Iorio has mastered Gindel so far tonight, something that we haven't seen too many pitchers come close to doing lately. A 9-game hitting streak coming in, the first 7 of which he hit home runs. He's also knocked in runs in 9 straight. 0-2, Iorio ready to go. To Gindel, swung on soft liner into right field, a base hit. Holding at third will be Rendon. The bases are loaded for Melvin Mercedes. Gendel cracked his bat, but kept his hitting streak alive with it. 10 in a row. Mercedes stands in with the bases loaded. Melvin has flied out and struck out so far in tonight's ball game. Melvin, with the bases loaded, is 1 for 5 on the season. With runners in scoring position, though, he's hitting .419. Great opportunity for the Barnstormers switch-hitting second baseman. They're loaded, nobody out. Iorio to the plate. Mercedes with a sky-high fly ball that's going to carry foul out of play down the left field line. 0-1 to Melvin. The Barnstormers with a great opportunity to stretch the lead for Cody Boydston. As a team with the bases loaded, this is just part of this amazing offense. The club is hitting .419. It is into the dirt, gets away from Sanchez, but no play at the plate as Rendon decided to check. Ball 1, strike 1 to Melvin Mercedes. Cody Boydston has thrown only 53 pitches in the first 5 innings. That is remarkable. If you have tracked with the Barnstormers club, the pitching woes this year, the team ERA that's been up around 8. Starters, when they go 5 innings, have been throwing about 100 pitches. Up to 122, I think, is the high. And Boydston sits at 53 through 5 frames. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mercedes with the bases loaded, nobody out. Iorio will bring it home, and he is outside with it. Advantage, 2 balls and a strike to Mercedes. Iorio with a pitch count in the low 70s, which isn't bad, but he is in all kinds of hot water. In the bottom half of the 5th inning, we have an official game. We no longer need to worry about getting one in here tonight. 2-1 to Mercedes. Bouncing ball right side underneath the glove of Romero and out to right field. 1 run scoring. Shumpert is steaming around. The throw coming into the middle of the infield. Mercedes singles in 2, and the Barnstormers are up 4-1. Hit to the backhanded side of Davidson Romero again. He was guarding the line. The ball stayed low and snuck into right field. Rendon scoring easily. Shumpert comes home behind him. Gendel stopped at second. The Barnstormers on a roll and leading 4-1. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, Wally Backman is going to visit Joe Iorio as the Barnstormers have now reached him for 6 hits and a walk out of the last 9 batters. And that's going to be it for the right-handed starter. Backman goes to his bullpen, and while he does, we're going to take a break and pause for this.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
I'm an aficionado.
I'm a sneakerhead.
I'm a foodie. Gamer.
I'm a gym rat.
There are many names for enthusiast,
A fashionista.
but there's only one way to become one. By going all in. The Lexus IS Sports Sedan is our obsession. Relentlessly engineered and designed to be the most responsive IS ever. It's what we call going all in on the sports sedan. The Lexus IS. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Hunter Cervenka, the new pitcher for the Long Island Ducks. He inherits 2 base runners doesn't have an out to work with. He is 1-2 overall in the Atlantic League this season. All the decisions with the Ducks. His overall ERA 8.1. He began the season with the West Virginia Power. Altogether, this is his 13th appearance of the campaign. 13 and a third innings, 14 hits, 12 earned runs. He's walked 8 and struck out 9. The Barnstormers have seen Cervenka a fair amount in this season series. It will be his 4th appearance against Lancaster in these 6 ball games. Gindel at second, Mercedes at first. Here's Galen. Blake is 1 for 2 tonight. He is grounded out and he is lined a single into right field. The Barnstormers are able to chase Iorio. 2 runners take their leads. Cervenka goes to work on Galen. Blake with a swing and a foul, and that one rattled back off of Sanchez and actually cleared the backstop on the deflection. No balls, 1 strike to Galen. Gindel and Mercedes occupying the bases. But you have a streak now of 3 consecutive left-handed batters all the way with Galen, DeAza, and Dugan. And that gives Long Island the opportunity to go to a lefty out of the bullpen, but Ron's decided to stack the deck against the starter Iorio, and it's more or less paid off. Galen 0-1, reaches out, fouls it away. 2 strikes to Blake. DeAza on deck. He has a single tonight. He has batted safely in every start he's had here at home. Loved hitting in this ballpark, and it has nothing to do with the short dimensions. Caleb Gindel has told me he loves the hitting background here. 0-2. Runners take their leads to Galen. That fastball is strike 3 called. Blake didn't think so, but he gets rung up. Cervenka comes in and temporarily anyhow cools off the Barnstormers' bats. Galen's retired. DeAza will be the hitter. He is grounded out and singled, scoring a run back in the 4th inning. 2-run double by Dugan, a 2-run single by Mercedes. And the Barnstormers right now are in one of those stretches where they're getting those huge hits, the multiple run hits. You win games with multiple run hits. You don't win games that easily with solo home runs, especially not the way this league is gone. Down low for a ball, 1-0, the count on Alejandro DeAza. DeAza hitting .421, 8 out of 19 against lefties, so he's unfazed. 1 ball and nothing. The pitch, grounded foul up the third base side. Boy, that could have been effective if he gets that down the line by Berardi. And he was aiming, it almost appeared, in that direction. DeAza batting at 1-1. Gindel at second. Mercedes still at first. But now 1 out in the inning as Cervenka seeks a quick end to the Lancaster 5th. DeAza batting. Dugan waits on deck. You don't have that switch hitter in the midst of this stretch as we ordinarily would have with Trayvon Robinson. 1-1. DeAza checks on a pitch in the dirt. He gains an edge at 2 balls and a strike against the one-time major leaguer and also one-time Sugarland Skeeter, Hunter Cervenka. Big lefty is Cervenka. He hails from Baytown, Texas, near Houston. 6'1", 250 pounds. Facing Alejandro DeAza at 2 balls and a strike. Cervenka glances around at the runners from the set. He delivers, and DeAza sends a base hit up the middle into center field, just getting it past Lombardozzi. Around to score is Gindel. On to third goes Mercedes, and it's now 5-1 Lancaster. Alejandro DeAza can just hit them where they ain't. He is the Atlantic League's Rod Carew, Tony Gwynn, Wade Boggs. He's fun to watch as long as he's on your side. They'll drive you crazy if you're on the other. RBI single for De Aza. 3 Barnstormers runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the batter is Kelly Dugan. He doubled home 2 just last frame. Mercedes at third. De Aza, the runner at first. 5-1 now. Barnstormers leading in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cervenka to Dugan. Kelly with a fastball in too close. He went to lean and quickly got back. Ball 1, no strikes. Iorio ended up throwing 73 pitches in the game. 52 for strikes. Get this, Cody Boydston in 5 innings has only thrown 12 called balls. 1-0. Dugan with a massive rip and a foul tip. I did not mean to be poetic there. It was completely accidental. A ball and a strike to Kelly. Fly to right field his first time up. The objective now is simply to get Mercedes across with the 6th run. If a base hit comes with it, that's all the better. Taking off is De Aza, swing and a miss. They will throw through, and the tag is in time on De Aza. Jackson getting it on the back of the leg. The throw wasn't perfect. But the Barnstormers run into an out, and now that sacrifice fly is no longer possible. Dugan batting 1 and 2. The Barnstormers are left with Mercedes at third, 2 outs. Sanchez guessed perfectly. He threw to get De Aza. Mercedes wasn't coming home, and Sanchez just saved a wild pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kelly Dugan. As high scoring as this has been, giving up an out on the bases is something you don't necessarily want to do, but the Barnstormers saw a chance to increase the pressure, stay out of a double play. Meanwhile, Long Island has a right-hander warming up in the bullpen in case this inning gets to Ladarius Clark, who's on deck. 2-2 to Dugan. The pitch spoiled. Kelly gets to stick around. Long Island will take on Southern Maryland next in a battle for the division lead. The Barnstormers could sneak in there as well. It's a 3-way race. York is a little bit behind, but not out of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dugan. The pitch, Kelly lets it go. Ball 3 is low. Good at bat for Kelly Dugan. 2 outs with Mercedes at third. 5-1 Lancaster. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff. It is low. Gets to the backstop. Kicking back out to Sanchez. He is racing for the plate. The plate was missed by Mercedes. They're doing a dance. Mercedes out of the baseline, and he is out. Couple of tough breaks on the base paths for the Barnstormers in this bottom half of the 5th inning. De Aza is thrown out, and then Melvin Mercedes trying to score on a wild pitch. The ball kicks back out to Sanchez, and Sanchez could just bring it back to the plate. Mercedes had nowhere to go. Oh, De Aza is out on the bases, and so is Mercedes, out 2 unassisted on the wild pitch. And Dugan had already used up his plate appearance. He walks. It was already ball 4, so a crazy finish to the inning. The Barnstormers do score 3 runs, however. They do it with 4 hits, no errors, and very peculiarly, 1 man left on base, and that was Dugan. We will head to the 6th inning. The Barnstormers enjoying a now 5-1 lead.
Hey, $2 bill here, aka the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grand Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark. Question now is, can Cody Boydston keep up this brilliant work? He has turned in what may very well be the best start by a Barnstormer yet this season. Checking Long Island on 4 singles, no earned runs, 1 unearned, and no walks over the first 5 innings, throwing just 53 pitches. Johnny Turbo will lead off the 6th. Now, this is the 3rd time that this veteran Long Island lineup will have seen Boydston. And it's always an increased challenge when you see a team additional times. So the Barnstormers get some loosening up going on down in the bullpen. Gabriel Moya begins to throw from the left side. Boydston works to Turbo, and the first pitch is up for a ball, 1-0. Again, only the 13th time that Boydston has missed the strike zone in this entire ball game. Turbo, though, has reached base twice. He has reached on an error, and he has singled. 1 out of 2 officially. The delivery spins up there low, and Boydston trails 2-0. The Barnstormers just put 3 on the board. They lead it 5-1 now in the top of the 6th. Boydston would love to give the Barnstormers their 6th, or actually only their 5th quality start of the season. He certainly has done the work through 5, but he misses to Turbo. It's 3-0, and all of a sudden the strike zone has disappeared on Boydston. 3 balls, no strikes. He's done a heck of a job. He's retired the last 8, but now trailing Turbo 3-0. Cody Boydston will bring it home, and he gets the strike on the inside corner, getting to 3-1. It's the closest I think he's been to a walk the entire game. Lombardozzi will follow, then Mazzilli. Ford is out of the number 4 spot. Well, they could go to a pinch hitter late in this game. To Turbo, right there for second strike. Boydston has battled back to 3-2, and I'm sure Cody may be new to the professional ranks, but he's been around this game long enough to know that when you're leading 5-1 and your club needs 6 more outs, try not to walk people. 3-2 to Turbo. Breaking ball off the hand of Boydston. He recovers. He throws and throws it away. Turbo is safe at first. That should be a base hit for Johnny Turbo, I would think. Knocked down by the bare hand of Cody Boydston, and he still had a play, but he had to rush with Turbo's speed, and the ball out of the reach of Blake Galen. The leadoff man is on here in the 6th inning. Steve Lombardozzi, the second baseman, will come to the plate. Lombardozzi is 1 for 2. A single in the first inning, a fly out the left in the 3rd. Boydston able to knock it down, retrieve the ball, and an accurate throw would have had Turbo, but of course he had to rush. A base hit is the legitimate call. A strike to the outside corner on Lombardozzi. It is 0-1. Lancaster ahead by 4 in the top half of the 6th inning. But the way this series has gone, the way especially the home part of the schedule has gone in 2021, rely on nothing. And that's why the Barnstormers creating a couple of outs on the bases in the bottom of the 5th could have really hurt. The 0-1 pitch, Lombardozzi lets it go. It's high. And a 1-ball and 1-strike count. Boydston was in trouble in the 1st. He had the bases loaded, nobody out, got out of it, giving up just 1 run in the 3rd inning. Runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Long Island failed to score. to Lombardozzi. 1-1 pitch breaks into the dirt for ball 2. It'll be interesting to see how long Ross Peoples sticks with Boydston in this 6th inning. Again, he got a ground ball to start the inning, but it was just in the wrong spot. And if that gets past Boydston, considering Turbo's speed, I'm not sure there's a play anyhow. Runner leads off first to Lombardozzi, 2-1. It breaks off the inside corner. Now we are at 3 balls and a strike. L.J. Mazzilli waiting on deck, and trouble brews in the top half of the 6th inning. Big innings have been the norm. 3-1 to Lombardozzi. The pitch, ground ball, right side, finds the hole, and a base hit. Runners are at first and second with nobody out. Boydston now has given up 6 hits, all singles. L.J. Mazzilli, the left fielder, will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2, grounded into a double play back in the 3rd. Ross Peoples is going to make his way out to the mound and signal for the lefty. So the veteran Gabriel Moya, who ultimately isn't that much older than Cody Boydston, but Moya's been to the major leagues. Ross doesn't want Boydston to feel any more pressure. He wants him to leave this night on a high note. Cody pitched incredibly well, and a couple of ground ball base hits force him out of the game here in the 6th inning. So well done, young man. He departs. Moya will come in. We're going to take a break and pause for these messages.
When everyone has a different craving, Wickerman's Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings, a delicious sub made the way you love, fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries, plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Left-hander Gabriel Moya comes on, and we won't call it a dire situation. That would be exaggerating, but a difficult spot anyway. Here in the top of the 6th inning, the Long Island Ducks try to rally. Runners at first and second with nobody out as Cody Boydston departs. Not quite getting to the quality start that I think the Barnstormers would have really liked to see him be able to produce. He gives up 6 hits, all singles in 5+ innings. To this point, 1 unearned run, but these 2 men belong to him. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 1. And Ross has to be very appreciative of the work turned in by Boydston here tonight. Moya takes over, the left-hander from Venezuela. 2-0 in 8 appearances. He's covered 8 1/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned. With 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Mazzilli got to him for a grand slam on Long Island on a wild Sunday afternoon. And now they will square off again, but here in Lancaster in the top half of the 6th inning on a rainy Thursday night. But the rain has allowed us to get this ball game in. Again, we have the official game, and we've had it for a while now. First and second, nobody out. Moya will try to coax another double play. The Ducks have hit into 2. Mazzilli one of those. Turbo the lead runner. Lombardozzi trails. Gabriel Moya will work to the plate. Mazzilli ground ball to third. Scooped up by Schumpert throw to second base is wild and into center. Schumpert got the force out at third on Turbo. He was trying to start a triple play. That's how they happened, was exactly on a ground ball like that. The timing wasn't quite there, and Nick threw behind Melvin Mercedes covering at second base. That was set up, depending on how quickly it could be turned, to be a triple play, but at least a double play. Instead, the out is 5 unassisted on Turbo, and an error will be charged to Schumpert, allowing Lombardozzi to go to third. Mazzilli safe on a fielder's choice. And Clint Freeman is batting in this number 4 spot in the batting order. Boy, there was a chance there for something incredible. I don't think there would have been enough time to triple up Mazzilli, but the Barnstormers could have made a run at it. 1 out, men at the corners. Freeman digs in against Moya. Interesting that there would be a left-handed batter selected in this situation. That Freeman has swung the bat pretty well. Moya's pitch stays high and inside to the lefty pinch hitter. Batting technically for Cervenka. Ball 1-0. Clint Freeman is batting .281. He has a home run. He has driven in 5. He started the first game of this series at first base. 1-0 pitch is rolled up that first base line. Digging it up is Peroni, and he looks around and makes no play anywhere. That is a mistake of youth right there. The ball club up 5-1, just get the out at first base. But he thought about going back to try and get Lombardozzi coming home. It's a base hit for Clint Freeman. And now Ryan Jackson steps in as the potential tying run. Lombardozzi scores. Mazzilli goes to second. Moya has gotten the ground balls. He could be out of this inning. If the Barnstormers had turned 2 on the previous play, as was there, he'd be out of the inning. Upstairs to Jackson. It is ball 1 and no strikes. Jackson 0 for 2 in the ball game tonight. Peroni had the throw on Freeman. Let it be 5-2 with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Now you open up the tying run coming to the plate. Still just 1 out in the inning. Here's the ball 1 pitch. Off the inside corner, 2-0, with Debinson Romero coming up next. Three hits in the inning, only one of which has gotten to the outfield. And the 2-0 pitch fades off the inside corner. The Barnstormers are in real trouble now here in the 6th inning. Tying run at the plate, it's 3-0 to Jackson, still only 1 out. The slugging Davidson Romero on deck. This picture is no longer rosy. And it's just a couple of young, rushed defensive mistakes, mental mistakes, I think, as much as physical. Certainly the last one was. Here's the 3-0. Jackson will take a strike to get the 3-1. Five to 2, Lancaster in the lead here in the 6th inning. 3 balls, 1 strike to Ryan Jackson. The set by Moya, the pitch is hit high to left field. Back on this goes Clark. He's got a play. He will be there to make the catch. The runners are forced to hold. 2 outs. Good recovery by Moya against Jackson. Here is Romero, who's 0 for 2. He has flied to left and fouled to the catcher. But this is where if you take the 1 out, you're out of the inning, instead of still having to face the tying run. By the way, the Sunday game against the York Revolution is at 6 o'clock. I'm going to have to note that change with the coaching staff here. Mazzilli is at second, and Freeman the runner at first with 2 men gone. Romero represents the potential tying run here tonight. Breaking ball dances inside to Romero. Ball 1, no strikes. 1 run across in the inning. And that could be construed now as an earned run because of that deep fly ball. Maybe not. Ball 2 is up. 2-0. Romero batting. Sanchez is on deck. Two runners take their leads, 2 outs in the inning, 2 balls, no strikes to Romero. Moya to the plate. That gets the edge to go to 2-1. Lancaster with 2 in the bottom of the 4th, 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Surged ahead to a 5-1 lead. This top of the 6th inning has been fairly tricky to navigate for the Barnstormers pitching staff. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Moya pitch is above the zone, 3-1. And Sanchez may have the opportunity to step in as the go-ahead run here in the 6th inning. It's still 5-2 Lancaster. But Moya is behind Romero, 3 balls and a strike. Do not let him get the ball in the air to right field. 3-1 to Moya, and the pitch is strike 2 on the outside corner. Have to wait for that split-second delay. 3-2. This is a big pitch. The runners will be on the move. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Davidson Romero. Runners take their leads. They'll be on the move. Moya to the set, the pitch. That is strike 3 called on the inside corner. Romero in disbelief. Moya is out of the inning, and most of the lead is intact. 1 run, 3 hits with an error. 2 men left on base. We're headed to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lancaster with a 5-2 lead.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gochnauer Appliances in East Petersburg, and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gochnauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gochnauers.com. Thanks for your support.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Right-hander Danny Barnes comes on for the bottom of the sixth. Clark, Peroni, and Rondon scheduled for the Barnstormers. You might figure Scott Schumann is warming up in the bullpen for Lancaster. At the moment, he would enter with a save opportunity in the seventh inning that the Barnstormers would have to fail to score here. 5-2 Lancaster. Great work done by the pitching staff to get out of that problem in the sixth inning. The only solid hit was Lombardozzi's. The Barnstormers had a chance to get out of that much quicker than they did. Boy, finally striking out Romero. Now here is Barnes to Clark, and it's high for ball one, 1-0. Ladarius has singled and sacrificed tonight. Has a stolen base as well. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to Clark. Danny Barnes pitching for the second time in the series. Clark gets underneath, pops this up out to right field. Coming on for it is Turbo. He will set up shop and make the catch. 1 gone in the sixth inning. Barnes pitched the eighth inning on Tuesday night. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Served up a wild pitch. He got out of it with runners at second and third, and that was huge in a game that ended up 19-18. Here's Peroni, who's 0 for 2. I'm sure that he will, after this at bat, probably get some instruction from Anderson De La Rosa how to handle situations like he encountered in the top of the sixth. Baseball is always a learning experience. You never master it. You could see the situation from here, but when you're on the field, it's an entirely different story. You're eager, you want to do a lot, and he overlooked the obvious. Tried to make something fairly simple into something a lot more complicated. 1 out. Peroni bats at a ball and a strike. Barnes into the motion. He is in too close to Anthony. 2 balls and a strike. But I'll tell you what, for a young fellow who only played short season A in the Nationals organization and really didn't catch all that much, he was more of a first baseman. He really has done a nice job overall. I don't want to spoil that with one play where he probably should have just gone for the out at first. It seemed to be the obvious. Fastball for a second strike. It is 2-2. Danny Barnes working against the Barnstormers here in the lower half of the sixth. Sanchez, Fields, and Berardi will all bat lefty against Schumann in the top of the seventh inning. 2-2. Peroni lets it go. That is strike 3 on the outside corner. Fourth strikeout for Long Island pitching tonight with 2 outs. Cleo Luis Rondon steps in. Gindel has extended his hitting streak to 10 games. The RBI streak may go by the boards. Rondon has reached base with the leadoff walk that triggered the 3-run fifth inning. But he doesn't have that base hit. Could use it now. Nick Schumpert, the third baseman, waits on deck. To Rondon, a swing and a miss. Barnes is ahead 0-1. And Schumpert did the right thing with the ground ball he got by Mazzilli. Took it right to the third base bag. He just didn't make an accurate throw to second. That would have given the Barnstormers at least 2 outs. Again, triple plays are tough to turn. Mazzilli isn't terribly slow. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes on Rondon. I don't think there was time to get all 3. But there might have been. It would have been fun to have that opportunity. But there again, you've got to rush that play. There's no second to hold on to the ball. Upstairs, Rondon bats at 1-2. Five to 2, Lancaster on top. Game shortened to 7 innings because of the forecast. 2-2. Now to Rondon. 6 out of 16 against the Long Island Ducks. And that rain just has been amazing. It really, with the Barnstormers all year, it's staying away. It's not far away, but it hasn't hit the ballpark. More than a sprinkle. 2-2. Rendon fouls that off his foot. He'll stay in at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Clay Luis, during his streak, has hit .394. That's coming into tonight, down to .382. 5 doubles and a home run. He's knocked in 8. He's swinging the bat really well. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him from Danny Barnes, the second straight former major leaguer brought out in relief. Rendon fights and fouls it away, keeping his turn at the plate going at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like it's raining heavy on the south side of the city. Rendon fouls another one away, up into the skybox area down the third baseline. And the way the radar looks, I don't know how much longer we can actually play tonight, but it's deceived us before. All day, in fact. To Rendon, 2-2 pitch. He backs out, ball 3. 2 outs, nobody on in the Lancaster half of the 6th inning. Thin crowd tonight at 2002 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The threat of rain has been around all day. To Rendon, payoff pitch, lined out to right field. Turbo got turned around on it, dives, and he makes a spectacular recovery and a great catch. How did he do that? He was twisted into a pretzel, and he made the wheeling backhanded catch against Clea Luis Rendon, who hit the seams off the baseball. Nothing across in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, it's hard to lose a hitting streak on that. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Schumann coming in, and we'll take a break with the Barnstormers ahead 5-2.
Class-leading rear legroom. Available Mark Levinson Pure Play sound system. And now, for the first time, all-wheel drive. If there's anything missing from the Lexus ES, it's you. The Lexus ES, now available with all-wheel drive. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
2021 ES versus 2020-2021 competitors. Information from manufacturer's website as of 7/16/2020. Mark Levinson is a registered trademark of Hardman International Industries, Inc.
Bummer, the Barnstormers are on the road and you're looking for something to do. Clipper Magazine Stadium still has the answer for family fun. The summer movie series returns, presented by Lidl Supermarkets on selected nights throughout the summer season. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for family-friendly movies. For just $6.50 per person, you get to sit on the outfield grass and enjoy a film on the big screen in left center field. Showtime is 7 p.m. For more information and movie listings, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the events page.
Let's go with Tony because he likes Aussie films. Over to you, John, after Fast Science, Fast Trivia.
Well, here we are. We go to the 7th inning. Scott Schumann will take over for the Barnstormers. He did not give up a run until his last appearance, which was Saturday against the West Virginia Power. He still notched the save that night. No record for Schumann on the campaign. He has saved 6. And he has an earned run average of 0.75. This will be his 11th appearance of the campaign. 12 innings, 4 hits. He has walked 8 and struck out 23. Leadoff batter in the 7th inning will be Hector Sanchez. The radar looks like it is raining all around us. but the umbrellas here have been put away. We had that infamous day back in 2018 against Sugarland where the radar all day long didn't show it was raining, and the field got soaked. And we waited, got Sugarland back off the bus, started the game, couldn't finish it. That was certainly a messy, messy day here. Now here is Sanchez against Schumann. Scott's first pitch is lined to center field and down for a base hit. Hector Sanchez aboard to lead off the 7th inning. 8 hits now, all singles for Long Island. Daniel Fields will come to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Schumann didn't seem to have a very good feel, at least on a couple of his warm-up throws. And now the umbrellas have popped open again, at least a couple of them. If you look at the radar, it should be raining quite a bit here. And folks are headed upstairs as well. Leadoff runner is on in Sanchez. Here is Fields. Schumann steps, fires, and misses badly high and outside, and he fell off the mound. Ball 1 and no strikes. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Lancaster leading 5-2, and Schumann, at least on the first couple of pitches, is out of rhythm. Berardi, who's been tough on the Barnstormers this whole week, waits on deck. 1-0 to Fields, swing and a miss. It is 1-1, but Schumann is not at full velocity, not yet. He does tend to accelerate as he goes. Sanchez, the base runner, with nobody out. Fields batting at 1 ball and 1 strike. Schumann will deliver. That's a fastball swung on and missed, and the pitches are getting incrementally faster as we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Daniel Fields. 1 runner already on base for the Long Island Ducks. Schumann with the 1-2, fouled back. Fields remains alive with a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barnstormers led 5-1 coming out of the 5th. They escaped last inning, giving up just 1 run. Fields awaiting the 1-2. Schumann ready to go. Swing and a miss at the fastball. That is 1 out here in the 7th inning. The batter will be Jesse Berardi, who is singled to right and grounded to second. One away, Berardi comes to the plate. Schumann doesn't get many ground balls, but he'd love one here. 1 out, runner at first. Schumann fires outside for a ball, 1-0. Top of the order, Johnny Turbo waits on deck. Very, very short lead by Sanchez. And to Berardi, a swing and a miss. We haven't seen much but fastballs from Schumann so far in this appearance. That can be a matter of feel. He knows what was working down in the bullpen and what he might not have had down there tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jesse Berardi, just trying to reach base here in the top of the 7th. Schumann to the plate, popped up foul. He has Berardi at 1-2. Jesse Berardi, who spent some time in the Cleveland organization, got to their affiliate in Lake County, which suburban Cleveland. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first with 1 out. Schumann to the set position, 1-2 pitch. Missing away, maybe low also. Berardi has worked it to even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ballpark is quiet at the moment. Here's a 2-2. Check swing as the slider drops inside and low. Filling the count, a walk would bring the tying run to the plate. 1 out, 1 on in the top half of the 7th inning. Schumann trying to pin it down. Here's the 3-2 pitch, fouled by Berardi again, whose swing is looking awfully smooth. He's a left-handed batter the entire way. 3 balls, 2 strikes continuing. I know there are places in Lancaster County we would no longer be playing baseball tonight. And here at the stadium, just a light drizzle. 3-2, payoff pitch is coming to Berardi, high, ball 4, and the tying run comes to the plate in Johnny Turbo. Schumann gives up the first walk by a Barnstormer pitcher in the game. And it looks like he's having some issues with his footing out there. He keeps kicking around the rubber. Turbo stands in. He hasn't been retired. He's hit 2 bouncers back toward the middle that have created issues for the Barnstormers defensively. 1 error, 1 an infield base hit off the hand of starter Cody Boydston, and singled into left the other time up. Sanchez at second, Berardi at first with 1 out. Tying run is at the plate. Lombardozzi's on deck. Turbo, ground ball, left side, smothered by Schumpert. He goes to second and gets the force out. Big play by Nick Schumpert. Berardi is forced 5-4. Turbo is safe on the fielder's choice. Steve Lombardozzi will come to the plate as the potential tying run here. Lombardozzi has already homered in this series. He had a 2-run blast off of DeSabatino last night in the 5th inning. Sanchez up the third. Turbo is the runner at first base. Lombardozzi 2 for 3 on the night with a run scored. Switch hitter batting from the left side against Schumann. And I would imagine at least once Lombardozzi is going to try and put one up on the deck. Schumann is ready. The fastball is outside. 1-0. 5-2 Barnstormers with 2 outs, runners at the corners here in the 7th inning. Schumpert coming up with big on the Turbo ground ball. There was no chance to turn 2 with Turbo's speed, but getting one there is very helpful. To Lombardozzi, here's the 1-0. Schumann is outside again, ball 2. Tying run at the plate. Mazzilli, a right-handed batter, waits on deck. Galen fades behind Turbo, who takes off. Ball 3 is outside. There are some issues here in this 7th inning. 3-0 to Lombardozzi. Schumann missing with all 3 off the outside corner. Force play is off. The runners are at second and third. The pitch misses again. Ball 4. The tying runs are on. Schumann has walked 2 here in the 7th inning. L.J. Mazzilli now the final hope for the Long Island Ducks. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Scott Schumann looking for his 7th save of the year. It has not been smooth. Mazzilli stands in with the bases loaded. Schumann to the plate. He is high. He's missed pretty badly with 5 pitches in a row. Nobody else, of course, throwing in the bullpen. You don't have somebody warm up behind your closer in a save situation, and, of course, this still is one. 1 ball and no strikes on Mazzilli. Schumann will fire and miss inside. It's 2-0. He can't find the zone all of a sudden. On deck will be the pitcher's spot, and Ben Farias has a bat in hand. 2 balls, no strikes on Mazzilli. Schumann to the plate, and that's looped toward right field. Diving try by Mercedes comes up short. 2 runs will score, and then Gindel misplays the ball. They're going to try and send the tying run home, and it will score. 3 runs are home. It's tied at 5 here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs were going to score, and then the ball got away from Gindel in right field. Lombardozzi came home as well. Mazzilli ends up at second with the go-ahead run. A single and 2 runs batted in for Mazzilli. Mercedes made a lunging effort, came up a couple of feet short. Sanchez Turbo scoring on the base hit. Lombardozzi on the error. And now you can look back at the plays in the bottom of the 5th on the bases, the plays defensively in the top of the 6th. That play, we have a tie game, and Farias steps in with Mazzilli at second. Schumann to the plate. It's popped up foul, backing out of play. Schumann has given up 2 hits and 3 runs to allow the game to be tied here in the 7th inning. Farias with a base hit could give Long Island the lead. 0-1 to Farias. The pitch, swing and a miss. Nasty breaking ball from Schumann. It is no balls and 2 strikes. Lancaster will have Schumpert, Gindel, and Mercedes step in the bottom of the 7th inning. 0-2 is on the way. Farias, ground ball left side, through for a base hit. Here comes the go-ahead run. Mazzilli headed home. He will score, and it's 6-5 Long Island. Ben Farias, down 2 strikes in the count, rolls a base hit into left. Mazzilli comes home from second. And it's a 4-run inning with Ryan Jackson to step in. Three singles, 2 walks in the inning. Farias, the runner at first base. Jackson is 0 for 3. Schumann fires and misses the inside corner. Ball 1-0. There were 2 outs with runners at first and third and still a 5-2 lead, but the last 3 batters have reached base. A walk and a couple of base hits. Here now is the 1-0 to Jackson. That's beaten foul up the third baseline. Lombardozzi walked on 4 pitches. Mazzilli goes to the opposite field for the 2-run single. The error happened in right. Were it not for that error, it would now be a tie game with the go-ahead run on. It didn't cost Lancaster an out. 1-1, fouled off the end of the bat. Schumann is ahead of Jackson at 1 ball and 2 strikes. But the Ducks have scored 4 here in the top half of the 7th inning. And where has the rain gone? It's unbelievable. I'm looking at the radar. There is rain everywhere and green at the ballpark. That is not strike 3. Oh, my. 2-2, the count to Ryan Jackson. Schumpert, Gindel, and Mercedes due in the bottom of the 7th, and now the Barnstormers will need at least 1 run. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Jackson awaits the pitch. Ground ball third, takes a wicked hop over the glove of Nick Schumpert, and that third out just will not come. Schumann's been getting some ground balls, and he can't get the third out. Ross Peoples coming out to the mound, as Davidson Romero will be the 9th man to bat in the inning. The Barnstormers were within an out of a 5-2 win. A walk and 3 straight singles, not one of which has been clobbered. 4 runs on the board. Schumann will be left out there for now. And Romero comes to the plate. He is 0 for 3. Until Saturday, Schumann had been unhittable. Absolutely unhittable. Then Saturday night, gave up a couple of walks that opposite field doubled to Gonzalez. This 7th inning, nothing going right. Romero is 0 for 3. And Schumann misses badly upstairs for ball 1. It's 1-0. Schumann thought Ryan Jackson had struck out. I think everybody in the ballpark did. And it got called for a second ball, so the inning still is not over. Ball 1, no strikes. Schumann to the plate. And 2-0 the count. 9th man to bat in the inning. 4 in a row have reached base since the second out was posted. And at that point, the Barnstormers still led by 3. Scott Schumann goes to work, 2 balls, no strikes. Romero pulls a grounder foul past Lou Ford over in the third base coach's box. But Schumann's now had to throw over 30 pitches. Right-hander is throwing behind him down in the Barnstormers bullpen. Two and 1. The count on Romero. Schumann sets, brings it home. That's fouled back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes, but you can see it. Schumann is not at top velocity. He was a few pitches in or getting close to it. That 2-strike pitch, the 1-2 pitch to Jackson was called. The ball was at 95. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Romero with a check swing, foul into the screen. He hasn't hit 96 and 97 this entire inning. Don't know if it's a little discomfort with the footwork. There has been drizzle on and off through this game. 2-2. Farias leads off second. Jackson off first. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Romero is gone on strikes. The inning is finally over, but it's somewhat of a disaster with 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. One of those runs will go down as unearned, and 2 men are left on base. I think one of those runs will go down as unearned. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. The Barnstormers need to pull it out. It is 6-5 in favor of Long Island.
Hey, $2 bill here, aka the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
When everyone has a different craving, Wickerman's Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals all in one delivery.
Well, the Barnstormers now need to rally in the bottom of the 7th inning. Michael Tonkin, the Long Island closer, is on the hill. He has saved 5, including the 19-18 affair back on Tuesday here. But he did give up a run in that ninth inning. Right now, Danny Barnes would be in line for the win and Schumann the loss. The fourth run ended up being earned because of the single by Jackson on the bad hop. I mean, there was very little that went right in that top of the seventh inning. 4 runs eventually scoring. Schumann, unlike the norm, was getting ground balls and couldn't get an out on those ground balls. Sanchez hit the ball well leading off, and Mazzilli's base hit was flared toward right center field. Nick Schumpert will keep his turn at the plate as we go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Schumpert is 1 for 2 on the night, but he's facing Tonkin. Barnstormers trailing by a score of 6-5. No lead seems to be safe whatsoever. Tonkin 1-1, a 0.77 ERA. He delivers a breaking ball. That misses to Schumpert. It is ball 1. Gindel waits on deck. Then Mercedes. Here in the bottom of the seventh inning, Lancaster led this game 5-1 coming out of the fifth. They got brilliant work from Cody Boydston. Gabriel Moya held the lead in the sixth inning. Off the outside corner, Schumpert is now batting 2-0. But hold the phone. If Schumpert gets on, you've got some lefty power coming up and a chance to turn this game right back around. 2 balls and no strikes to Nick Schumpert. Tonkin ready to go. Pours it right in the zone. Schumpert appeared to take. It's 2-1. Single into left, just eluding a diving try by Mazzilli back in the 3-run fifth inning for Schumpert. Here comes the 2-1 offering, and Nick with a fly ball right center field, but it's dying out there very quickly into the glove of Johnny Turbo. And there is one away for Caleb Gindel. Gindel tonight is 1 for 3 with a run scored. All singles throughout the night for the Long Island Ducks. 11 hits, all singles. The Barnstormers have 8 hits. And the only one for extra bases, the double by Dugan that drove in 2 runs back in the fourth inning. To Gindel, breaking ball, reaching the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. This would be a heartbreaking loss if the Barnstormers can't pull it out. To say the least. Against a division rival, it appeared to be in the Barnstormers' pockets. Breaking ball is low, 1-1, the count on Gindel. Next offering, Caleb jumps back out of the way and gets ball 2. He has the edge on Tonkin at 2-1. Remember, the Barnstormers ran into 2 outs back in the fifth inning. That played a role in this game. A couple of defensive plays not made, allowed a run to score in the top of the sixth. Ball 3 now on Gindel. It is 3 balls and a strike, and he'll be going for it here if he sees a pitch he likes. Caleb Gindel, 10 games in a row. He has hit safely. 3-1 is on the way. Caleb swings and rips it up the middle. He's a 1-out base runner representing the tying run here in the 7th inning. So it's a start. Melvin Mercedes now to the plate. Mercedes 1 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. We're going to have a pinch runner for Gindel. Devon Torrance will take over. Mercedes digs in. Galen's on deck. Deasa after that. So the Barnstormers definitely with a chance at least to draw even in this bottom half of the 7th inning. 6-5. Mercedes stands in as the potential winning run. His last homer was on opening night at Gastonia, the 27th of May. Ball one is outside, 1-0, but he can reach the deck here. We've seen it back in 2019. Devon Torrance leads off first base, held by Debinson Romero. Mercedes bats 1-0, and the pitch is skied to left. Little trouble for L.J. Mazzilli. That is out number 2. It's up to Galen. Blake is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Last chance for the Lancaster Barnstormers in a ball game they appeared to have under their control. And they just needed one precious more out in the top of the 7th inning, and it just would not come. A walk and 3 straight singles. 4 runs coming across the plate. There was also an error in right, although the third of the base hits sort of negated that effect. A strike on the outside corner to Galen. It is 0-1. Looked like Blake would beg to differ. Devon Torrance, the pinch runner, carries the tying run over at first base. It is 0-1. Torrance takes off, a swing and a miss. The Sanchez throw is in plenty of time, and the Barnstormers run into a third out in the last couple of innings, and that is how it ends here tonight. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll be back with the totals on tonight's contest in just a moment. The final, the Long Island Ducks 6 and the Lancaster Barnstormers 5.
The Lexus NX is crafted to take on the modern adventure called life.
Alexa, what's the quickest route home?
With Amazon Alexa compatibility and the advanced Lexus safety system, the Lexus NX is modern utility for the modern world. Because modern obstacles require modern solutions. See Bobby Rahal Lexus in Mechanicsburg or Lancaster County.
Amazon Alexa and all related logos are trademarks of Amazon.com Inc. or its affiliates. Not all Amazon Alexa functionality is available for in-vehicle use.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark. The Lancaster Barnstormers go down to defeat to the Long Island Ducks. A tough loss tonight, to say the least, as Lancaster falls 6-5 to the visiting Ducks. The Ducks take a 4-2 lead in the season series. Long Island tonight was 6 runs on 11 hits. Again, they were all singles. They played error-free baseball and left 6 runners on. The Barnstormers collected 5 runs on a total of 9 hits. They were guilty of 3 errors along the way in the game, and the Barnstormers stranded 3. Danny Barnes with the win. He is 1-0. Scott Schumann the loss, 0-1. The save to Michael Tonkin, his 6th of the season. No home runs tonight. The air pretty much dead after the rain showers of the day. 2 hours, 30 minutes, the time of this shortened contest to 7 innings. And the crowd tonight, 2,002 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Long Island Ducks over the Lancaster Barnstormers by the score of 6-5. We do see the rain falling. We needed it a half an hour ago. The Barnstormers fell behind early on an unearned run against Cody Boydston in the first inning. Boydston was magnificent here tonight. Johnny Turbo reached on an error by shortstop Clea Luis Rendon. Pair of base hits followed to load the bags, and Lou Ford grounded in to a 5-4 force out with Turbo scoring to make it 1-0 Ducks. It stayed that way until the bottom of the 4th. Joe Iorio retired 10 of the first 11 men that he faced, but Blake Galen broke the spell with a 1-out single in the 4th inning. Alejandro De Aza followed with a ground single into left. Kelly Dugan planted a ball deep into the gap in left center field for a 2-run double. The Barnstormers were up 2-1. They knocked Iorio out of the game in the 5th inning. Rendon led off with a walk. Nick Schumpert followed with a base hit to left. Caleb Gindel singled to right to load them up. Melvin Mercedes got a couple of runs across with a base hit. The Barnstormers at that point up 4-1. Hunter Cervenka came in out of the bullpen. He got Blake Galen but allowed an RBI single to De Aza. The Barnstormers were up 5-1. They had Mercedes at third, De Aza at first, 1 out. Kelly Dugan at the plate. De Aza broke for second. He was thrown out by Sanchez. The track was slow out there tonight. And then Mercedes tried to score from third on ball 4 to Dugan, which got all the way to the backstop. The ball caromed right back out to Sanchez. Mercedes was dead at home, so the ball game stayed 5-1. Long Island scored an unearned run in the 6th inning, an infield base hit for Johnny Turbo leading off. Steve Lombardozzi followed with a base hit to right. That would be all for the starter Boydston. 6 singles, no walks in 5+ innings. A great start compared to what we have seen for and against here in the 2021 season. Gabriel Moya came in. He got what looked like a triple play ground ball out of Mazzilli. The Barnstormers were able to get one. The throw to second base got away, allowing Lombardozzi to go to third. Mazzilli safe on the fielder's choice. Clint Freeman hit a squibber up the line at first. Anthony Peroni looked for a play at the plate instead of just going for the obvious. It allowed a run to score and Freeman to reach base as well, but Moya got out of the inning, so ultimately there was no harm done there. It stayed 5-2, and we got to the top of the 7th inning. Scott Schumann came on. He got the inning to where it was 2 outs with runners at the corners. The 3rd out just would not cooperate and show up. Lombardozzi walked to load the bases. L.J. Mazzilli punched a base hit into right, scoring 2. The tying run came home when that ball bounced away from Caleb Gindel for the Barnstormers' 3rd error of the game. The next batter was Ben Farias, who grounded a single into left field. That scored Mazzilli, who had gone to second on the previous error. He scored on the base hit to left to put Long Island in the top. And then to boot, Ryan Jackson grounded a bad hop single into left field to create the 4th earned run, but it didn't change the score. Schumann then came back and struck out Davidson Romero to end the inning. The Barnstormers got the 1-out single from Caleb Gindel in the bottom of the 7th inning. He, too, was thrown out trying to steal. It just appeared it was the wrong night to employ the base running game. The Barnstormers go down 6-5 to the Long Island Ducks in the rubber game of this 3-game series. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard, the Barnstormers trying to catch up in the Northern Division. They do not. They failed on an opportunity to catch up a game potentially on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Other scores, West Virginia and Lexington rained out. High Point is up 9-0 over York in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gastonia leads Southern Maryland 8-4 in the top half of the 7th. So the way it looks, if Gastonia holds on, Long Island will climb to within a half a game of Southern Maryland. The Barnstormers will remain 2 out in the Northern Division. Now it's the War of the Roses resuming tomorrow night. The Barnstormers head to York for the start of a 4-game holiday weekend series. Augie Silk will be taking the mound for the Barnstormers. He is 1-0. Jake Welch will be the opposing pitcher, a right-hander, going for York tomorrow night. Join us on the Barnstormers YouTube channel beginning at 6:25 tomorrow evening from Peoples Bank Park in York. 6:30 games tomorrow and Saturday, 6 o'clock on Sunday, and 6:30 on Monday evening. The Barnstormers battle York for the next 4, and then Lancaster will return home to play 15 consecutive games at Clipper Magazine Stadium. That will all get underway with the Tuesday night game at 6:30 against the Lexington Legends. The Barnstormers home a lot in the month of July. Get ready to watch some Barnstormers baseball and hopefully more pleasant evening and more pleasant results than what we ended up having here tonight. Lancaster loses to Long Island 6-5. Now for Ryan Cortazzo, our video producer for all the cast and crew here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, our presenting sponsor, Gockenauer Appliances of East Petersburg. I'm Dave Collins. Have a great evening, everyone, and we'll see you at the ballpark.